go 6 furlongs in the opener. And they're off. Very tangled beginning. Governor Attack did not know what was going on up on the back. It is St. Louis to dictate terms down the back stretch with Run the Table and Rainier Arietta placed in second. Well back in third is On the Money Red. Outside of that one comes Highly Perfect in fourth, and that late break has Governor Attack out the back by some 9 lengths. The speed is on. They're doing it to one another. It's St. Louis and Run the Table right next to one another as they bend left towards the 3/8 mile mark. Still back in third is On the Money Red, and On the Move. On the Money Red is rolling on up. Highly Perfect still back in fourth, and way out the back is Governor Attack on debut. 22 4/5 of a second. Drifting just a little bit wide. On the Money Red certainly giving it to him now. St. Louis is back second. Retreating Run the Table, and here comes the gray Highly Perfect, and still out the back Governor Attack. Deep stretch. It is Kim Sampson on the Money Red, who's out to a 3-length cushion. Highly Perfect is still not without chance, is gobbling up ground. Deep stretch. On the Money Red gonna win it. On the Money Red wins the opener at 3-1. Highly Perfect, then St. Louis. And they're off. Nobody wants the lead past the wire for the first time. Last Fortino family's kind of fighting up to get it. WW Trafalgar says, I'll go on with it. There's no pace on around turn number 1. WW Trafalgar, Last Fortino family run first and second respectively. Campaign Spy, and then right next door is Road Game running a joint third and fourth. And then out the back and On the Move from far back is the gray Fort Ridge. They go around the first turn in 24 2/5 of a second. WW Trafalgar, Victor Santiago to dole out the speed. First time at the distance, Last Fortino family. Corey Orm aboard, a very contentious looking second. Fort Ridge on the far outside covering up Road Game, still running together as a pair. And then Campaign Spy is relegated last, only 3 lengths separate. Half mile went in 49 flat. New leader just by a head. WW Trafalgar has to fight up and contend with Last Fortino family, who goes on clear and tries to win it now. Road Game is right between up into second. Bowing out WW Trafalgar. Passed by Fort Ridge, who's gaining. And out the back, Campaign Spy has to do 5 lengths better. 3/4 in a time that is not possible. It's on the lead. Last Fortino family by 2. Road Game is still second. On third is Fort Ridge, who's bowing out. Campaign Spy has to do better. Pulling out of it is WW Trafalgar. Is there any catching Last Fortino family? Out by 3.5 or 4. In deep stretch, final furlong grounds, it's Last Fortino family on the board at 6-1. You're kidding me. Gonna win handily. Last Fortino family hammers them by 6.5. A photo for second that will go to Campaign Spy over Road Game. And they're off. Good start for all. The pink is Viva Violence prominent and bulls on through with the Roar Like Thunder rail running type, who's now even up. So these two sprint out. Back in third is Maslin, gathered up by the rider. Haymace Falls runs fourth. Fifth goes to Not to Be Denied. Out the back is Hukuk and Alex Bendezu. About 7.5 would cover the lot. Past the half mile they go, and it's Viva Violence and Alvin Ortiz to dictate on the outside of Roaring Like Thunder's back second. On the move is Maslin with Rainier Arietta just rolling on up past Roaring Like Thunder's back third. And now here comes Viva Violence and Maslin right together. Inside the 2 furlong pole they go. Not to Be Denied is about to pounce up into the trifecta. Way back to Haymace Falls has to do 8 lengths better. And out of it, Hakuk is far back. 330 yards to go. Viva Violence takes them down the road. It's Roaring Like Thunder. Not to Be Denied. Maslin is gaining, but it's all Viva Violence and Alvin Ortiz on the board at even money. Viva Violence to score by about 1.5 lengths from the oncoming Not to Be Denied, then Maslin and Roaring Like Thunder. And they're off. Swift beginning for Tap's Big Shot underneath Alex Bendezu is passed by Tis Approved, who loves this going out to a length from Tap's Big Shot second. Moving on through is your race time favorite, Latin Casino, the split. Letting things develop from far back is DeYank trailing the other duo on the lead by about 4.5. They cruise down past the half mile. Tis Approved. Alvin Ortiz looking for a second, out by just about a length and a quarter from Latin Casino. Then a wide margin back to Tap's Big Shot, who's a struggling third but wider out of the kickback and starts to run up. Continuing in last is DeYank, but not by much. Only 4 lengths would cover them, but just cruising along as Tis Approved. Ryder takes a competent look back, and under the shoulder sees a struggling favorite, Latin Casino, second. The rail drive is coming for DeYank, who's about to overtake Latin Casino for the place spot and is a danger to Tis Approved. It's DeYank, Tis Approved, gonna fight it out for the barn. Their barn mates, DeYank inside, Tis Approved, gets out to a length and will win. Tis Approved, Alvin Ortiz with 2. Good second for DeYank. Latin Casino flattened to third, and Tap's Big Shot. Fillies and mares, 9 mares in the gate. The flag is up. And they're off. Perfect start. Pecos Autumn won the break. Here comes speed provided by Bobby Tutu, and involved early is Sweet Justice, who'll be back in third. Life of Saturdays takes over the running from the inside fence, right off the inside of Bobby Tutu. Back and forth comes Beirut Beauty, settles in nicely and rolls on up. Then comes Ashley Elizabeth running fifth. 6 towards the inside is Princess Mandy. Trapped in the middle is Abmar. Outside of that group is Bailston Lassie. And now a good break has Pecos Autumn about 9 lengths or so off the lead. The lead is held by Life of Saturdays. Bet down to 4-5, out by 2. On the outside, looking on in to settle, Beirut Beauty is running a good one. Game, Bobby Tutu is bowing out. Sweet Justice about to take over third. Well back to Ashley Elizabeth. And on the outside of Ashley Elizabeth comes Abmar. Princess Mandy not today, first asking this year. Out the back, Bailston Lassie. And on the move, Pecos Autumn is catching the eye on the inside fence, but has to make up about 6. Inside the final furlong, Life of Saturdays. And Victor Balin has given them the slip. Back into it is Sweet Justice, who has a chance. Back in third is Beirut Beauty, but there's no catching Life of Saturdays. Sweet Justice, Beirut Beauty, and Abmar stuck it out to complete the super. And they're off. Awkward beginning for Carson Reserve. Out very well is Lechita, quickest of all away from the gate. Not under any type of pressure. Dorota is going to hammer in second and just go widest of all. Then it's Think Blue in third. A big break back to Go Maddie Go, and late running Carson Reserve botched the start and is out by about 11 or 12. Off that speed that is held by Lechita, 23 seconds flat as they go towards the 3/8 pole. Still in second. Contending is Dorota under a drive now. And under a struggle is Think Blue trying to maneuver a good journey. Go Maddie Go still on hold. About 6 lengths off that speed and well back to Carson Reserve. The final 2 furlongs in store. It's all been Lechita and Alex Bendezu by about 2. Go Maddie Go sidling up along the inside rail and swung out off the fence. Also under a drive, Dorota, not tonight. Think Blue is also coming up, but it's all Go Maddie Go. Go Maddie Go would not be denied on the comeback race. Will win by 3. Lechita second. Think Blue was third. Five in the gate, ready. And they're off. Real good beginning for Girolamo Glory. Relinquishes the lead to the inside Crankshaft, who goes forward. They're not setting any land speed records out there. It's Crankshaft and Alvin Ortiz looking for a training and a riding triple. Next comes Patchy. In a clear-cut second, on the outside of Patchy comes Dust Dancer, and widest of all is Lonesome Dream. And out the back after a good start, Girolamo Glory has 8 or 9 lengths to make up. The speed, not too bad. 22 4/5 of a second for Crankshaft. And on the outside of Crankshaft comes Patchy, and then back comes Lonesome Dream in third, a struggling third at that. Speaking of struggling, Dust Dancer's about throwing in the towel and getting going now with 2 furlongs to go. Girolamo Gloria starting to pick him up. 46-1 for the opening half. 330 yards to go. It's Crankshaft. Alvin Ortiz by 2. Back into it, Lonesome Dream. Girolamo Glory has to split and has 100 yards to make it up. Crankshaft, Girolamo Glory is coming after. Crankshaft, Girolamo Glory to win. Crankshaft second. Patchy was third.